If you're running an e-commerce store, I'm sure you're thinking about one thing every single day: growth. But here's the big question. Are you building something that's going to last, or are you just paying for visitors? We're going to break down the two main ways to get customers and figure out which one is the real game changer for your long-term success.
So let's just get right into it. Think about your own store for a second. Where does your traffic come from? Is your whole business basically built on a foundation of paid advertising? You know, it's a super common way to start, but as you're about to see, relying on it 100% can be a pretty risky place to be. All right, let's talk about this first big idea, what we're calling the paid ad trap. And trust me, it's a cycle that is so easy to fall into, but it can be incredibly tough to climb back out of. I mean, this is why paid ads are so tempting, right? It's like your budget is a giant faucet for traffic. You turn it on and boom, visitors start flowing in right away. It feels great. It's fast, it's predictable, and it gives you this feeling of instant success. But here's the catch. The second you turn that faucet off, the traffic just stops, dead. You're not actually building anything permanent, you're just renting eyeballs. You stop paying today, you get 0 new customers tomorrow. And that total dependency, that's the trap. So if that's one path, what's the other option? Let's look at a completely different way to think about growing your business, one that builds something far more solid.
And that other path is SEO, search engine optimization. Now, instead of you pushing ads out trying to find customers, SEO is all about flipping that script. It's about making it super easy for customers to find you when they're already looking for what you sell. It's a huge shift from renting attention to actually earning it.
Okay, so we've got our two contenders. In one corner, you've got the fast and furious world of paid ads, and in the other, the slow and steady but much more permanent strategy of SEO. Let's put them head to head and see how they stack up.
All right, let's break down these trade-offs. With ads, the results are immediate. But that traffic is totally temporary, and you're paying for every single person who clicks. With SEO, it's the opposite. It absolutely takes time, we're talking months, but the traffic you build is for the long haul. And here's a big one: branding. Being at the top of Google is like a massive vote of confidence. It builds trust and authority in a way ads just can't. And maybe the most important part, SEO is more of a one-time investment for a constant stream of customers, not a bill you have to pay over and over again.
So, if SEO is the long game, what does that growth actually look like in the real world? This is where we stop talking about just getting traffic and start talking about building a real, valuable asset for your business. You can almost think of it like a snowball effect. It all starts with you investing time and energy into SEO. That effort then makes it so customers start finding you all on their own, on places like Google. Then, as this happens month after month, you're not just a store anymore, you're building a recognized, trusted brand. And that brand authority, that's the magic ingredient for sustainable growth that has nothing to do with how much you spent on ads today. So what's the cost for each customer that finds you through all that hard work? 0. Zilch, nada. Once your SEO is humming along, every single click you get from a search engine is, for all intents and purposes, free. I mean, this completely changes the math for your business. You're not buying customers anymore. You're building an engine that brings them to your door, for free, for years. Okay, so we've laid out the two paths, right? We've seen the ad trap and we've seen the long-term power of SEO. So the question really shifts now from us explaining it to you thinking about how this applies to you. Now let's be really clear about something. This is not about ads are bad, SEO is good. Not at all. They're just different tools for different jobs. Ads are fantastic for getting off the ground, for testing things out. But when we talk about real, sustainable, long-term growth, well, an e-commerce business just isn't built to last without a rock-solid SEO foundation. So we'll leave you with this last thing to chew on for your own business. When you look at the future, what kind of business are you building? One that has to rent its traffic every single day? Or one that's investing in a real asset that's going to pay off for years and years to come?